because we know that the Igbo community has a rebel group, and we believe strongly that they are the ones masterminding all these things. This is the certificate given to him when we did the election at Igbo community meeting. It was not done privately, it was done right inside the meeting place. Now, we, Igbo community, hereby declare that Eze Chukwudi Judunhanetu did not impose himself as Eze Igbo Nagana.
No, he's not talking anyhow to you. But do you happen to know him? Hassan, do you know him?
I don't know him. But he should learn how to talk to me. I'm not his classmate. If he talks to me anyhow, he will get it.
Guys, if you've enjoyed this video so far, please do me a huge favour and hit the like button and subscribe. These videos take quite a long time to make, so if you could help me out, I'll love you forever. Thank you all for your support. Now let's get back to this crazy story.
So guys, at this moment, I'm so tired of making stories on Igbo King. I mean, I promised the last video was going to be my last one, but people in my community section, they are just writing me for update. They are just writing me. If you haven't been to my community, go there and leave everything you want to tell me in my community. I'll definitely respond, or I'll also give you a shout out. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's very important. So there are several updates which has transpired. The demonstration has been cancelled. So the demonstration, which was earmarked for 18th and the 19th in Accra and Kumasi, is been cancelled. The police responded, and the response, they said, I mean, they have a busy assignment to tackle and that they can protect them. That means that they cannot have the demonstration. If they want to have it, it means they have to go back to court to get a court order, and that takes quite a time. And so that means for the 18th and the 19th, it's going to be impossible. So everything is okay. Everything was working in favor of the Igbo King. Now, yesterday too, they were on Good Evening Ghana. Now, Chief Aniekwa Obiora and Ronnie Gogo, the PRO for the Igbo chief or for the Igbo King, they were on Good Evening Ghana to respond to some of the allegations of Honorable Hassan Ayariga. And out of nowhere, Honorable Hassan Ayariga called into the program and they had a little back and forth, a little banter.
No, he's not talking anyhow to you. But do you happen to know him? Hassan, do you know him?
I don't know him. But he should learn how to talk to me. I'm not his classmate. If he talks to me anyhow, he will get it. I'm not in that.
You get what?
He will get what he doesn't want, because in this country we don't take that kind of nonsense. You don't install.
Paul, let Hassan know that I am a Ghanaian.
No, he's a Ghanaian. Hassan, do you know he's a Ghanaian?
I am a Ghanaian.
I don't care what he's a Ghanaian, but all I'm telling you is that his
Ghanaian.
leader has gone to say that Ghanaians are uncultured. We are waiting for that. So if he makes any unnecessary statement there, we will not accept that nonsense from him.
Hassan, the use of the word nonsense should be withdrawn, we beg.
Oh, I hear you, but I'm telling him he should know how to talk.
Let's make this interview more.
Okay, Hassan, I hear you. I hear you. Let you talk. Let you talk.
And he even had to apologize. So clearly, everything is working, like everything is in place. So, I mean, the Igbo chiefs were supposed to go to bed, have some sleep, and then allow fresh air to breathe. But no, they chose violence, because peace is for the weak, and problems makes them stronger, and that they want problem always. So let's break what has happened. So they held a press conference clarifying a lot of issues. So let's go into it. But before that, please, what you can do for me is to subscribe to the YouTube channel, join my community, because I post regular updates on stories that I can make video on the community. So please do me a favor to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that every video I make, you can get it. So the interview was started by an elder or a kingmaker.
In response to issues of establishment of Igbo chiefs in diaspora,
so he started the interview. Now, his presentation was based on 4 thematic areas. Now, the 4 thematic areas, they include 1, why the Igbo kingdom even came to Ghana and how they even got the Igbo chief. So that is 1. Now, number 2 is on the 50 acres of land. He spoke about it. And then number 3 is why he thinks there is a problem, and that he thinks some of the Igbos are inciting Ghanaians against them, and he calls those people rebel group. So the first one, he said that the Igbos, there was a publication that in 2050, the Igbo language is going to extinct. I mean, it's no longer going to exist. And so Igbos in the diaspora after moving from Nigeria during the tribal war, they decided to come together and form villages, or come together and get themselves leaders who will ensure that wherever they find themselves, whether Nigeria, whether America, whether Ghana, in the diaspora, they can preserve the Igbo culture so that their kids can still learn the Igbo language. And so they came together, and the Igbos in Ghana, they came together to elect a chief. So they actually had elections. Now, when they had elections, Chief Eze Ihinatu Chukwudi was the one who won. He won the elections. I mean, he won by 95% margin. And so he officially was made the king, Eze Igbo, of the Igbo people in Ghana, officially, to which he even showed certificates from the National House of Chiefs, the Ghana House of Chiefs, courts, and all of that. And he said that after that, the person, the competitor who competed, Ihinatu, rebelled. And so he also started parading himself as a chief somewhere in Ghana. And at the point, they even had to write a letter to the House of Chiefs and the police. He suspects that those were the people inciting Ghanaians against them, because these people after us took them to court. They took the Igbo Kingdom to court. They've been to court, which he showed document to prove. And after they exited the Igbo group, I mean, so they decided not to be part of the Igbos in Ghana again. So those people are not part of the Igbo community in Ghana. That presupposes that there is another Igbo community elsewhere.
In response to issues of establishment of Igbo chiefs in diaspora, this issue came up as a result of United Nations prediction that Igbo language will go into extinction in 50 years' time. Igbos all over the globe, including those residing in other parts of Nigeria, came together, agreed to establish Igbo chiefs, Ezes, in every country and other parts of Nigeria where Igbos reside, to lead Igbos and establish Igbo schools where Igbo language, culture, and tradition will be taught to Igbo children and wives in such countries and communities. At the end of the election, Chief Chukwudi Jude Ihanetu emerged as the winner with 97% of the vote casted, and he was subsequently declared as the chief of the Igbo people in Ghana, as a Igbo na Ghana. Chief Chukwudi Jude Ihanetu has been effectively handling that position over the years. We Igbo community hereby declare that Eze Chukwudi Jude Ihanetu did not impose himself as Eze Igbo na Ghana. He was unanimously elected by Igbos in Ghana to be their traditional leader. Because we know that the Igbo community has a rebel group, and we believe strongly that they are the ones masterminding all these things. Why do I say that? Because when this Igbo the election was conducted in Igbo community, not everybody, at least the 3% people that did not vote and those that did not come, some people grouped together to withdraw their membership from Igbo community. These are the documents they present to Igbo community regards to their withdrawal from Igbo community. That was 4th April 2014. And since then, those people have been doing everything possible to seek to tarnish the image of whatever we are doing to promote the Igbo tradition and culture. Based on that, anytime we are about to have this festival, issues of this nature or anything thereabout will crop up since 2017. And at the same time, this same people has taken Igbo community or all Nigerian community to court, to circuit court. These are the documents. And the case is still pending there. The case is still pending there. We are still going back on the 24th of this month regards to all these issues. So we are not surprised that they can formulate this kind of information just to tarnish the image of what we are doing. So I have many documents here. I learned there is a press release I saw somewhere they made that Igbo Chief or Iwaweze was not done by Igbo community.
After him was King Chukwude Ihinatu. So number one has to do with the 50 acres of land. He explained that they decided to have an Igbo mall, Igbo village. Now, first of all, he clarified that the idea of a kingdom, he never said that anywhere. Yeah, he never said that anywhere. He never said a kingdom. He said Igbo village. So they wanted to have an Igbo village. Now, the reason for that Igbo village was the back and forth with the Ghana and the Nigerian traders, Guta. So, for some time, if you follow the geopolitics in Ghana, Nigerians actually are supposed to wholesale. I don't know if they have the same thing in Nigeria or elsewhere, but you're not supposed to sell pieces. The selling in pieces are reserved to the indigenes, the native Ghanaians. So Nigerians, if you are a Nigerian and you want to trade, you are supposed to go into wholesale so that the Ghanaians can retail it. But most of the Nigerians are now also into retail businesses and they are into stiff competition with the Ghanaians. And I should tell you that the Nigerians are very good business guys. Chief Ihinatu Igbo said that as a result of that, that was when they decided to have the Igbo village where they can have some plot of land and have their own trading where they can trade themselves since the Ghanaians were fighting them. That was the reason for the land.
As of that time, we had a lot of in and out of meetings with the trade ministry. I can remember a couple of our meetings, some level of advice is given to us that for we to go and build a mall that can accommodate us there so that we'll be able to get ourselves out from these misunderstandings with the Ghana Trade Union. Then we started thinking on how to develop this vision of getting a mall for ourselves. Then we thought of having this along Aflawo Road. There is a good relationship we had with Nene Tepe, the paramount king of Ningo Pram Pram. Far back, 2008, 2009, we built primary school for them there to support the village, the education of the sons and daughters in that village. And we had a good relationship with him. And he had been telling us to get in investors. We have vast land and also beach areas. Then we remember there's opportunity over there. We can develop that mall there. We went to him for this beautiful idea. And we discussed this with him. And there, more idea come out of us. The idea of developing Igbo village as a business hub area. We discussed this with him. And the king was very happy for such vision, it's like an estate to come into his kingdom. He told us he can even offer us 200 acres of land. Not offer for free, but, for we to buy. We said it's too much. He said 100. We said 50 is okay for us. And he made his boys to go show us the land. We had videos, we had pictures. We come back to him, agreed on terms of payment. And we agreed that the payment to take place in tranches, 3 months. Then we came back. A week after, I had TV interview like as we are here, just like my president said. And during that interview, I said, we acquired 50 acres of land. We all want to build Igbo village and talk about the vision. Remember, this is an agreement with the king. For 3 months' time, we have to go for payment. 3 months' time, we went in for payment, and the king told us there is litigation over the land. We should hold our money. When he finished the litigation, we'll pay. We keep going in and out from 2013 to 2012, 2014. He could not round up his litigation. Along the process, we are fed up of in and out. We forget about that project.
The chief who wanted to give them the land told them to hold their money as a result of the litigation. So it went back and forth. So later, they abolished it altogether because they thought even if they were going to buy litigation land. So that was how they abandoned the plan. So there is no plan of 50 acres or 128 plot, nothing.
We have no piece of land acquired in Ningo Pram Pram for that project because it did not come to pass. Nowhere in Ghana we bought land for Igbo village till now, till tomorrow.
He also added that most of the issues are false and that Ghanaians are loving people. Now, he said people have published on YouTube that the Ghanaians have attacked his house, his palace, they are beating them, they are destroying their shops, which I made a video and told you that treat them false. Ghanaians wouldn't do that. He said all those things, they are not true.
Our people back home, all over the world, are calling us, thinking that we are not safe in Ghana. But Ghana is one of the most safest countries in the world that accommodates everybody, that the security of Ghana is so good and so tight that people are comfortable living in Ghana. But what these internet bloggers are doing, they are rather destroying the image of the nation without thinking.
Now, the issue of Hassan Ayariga also came up. I mean, and he also disputed all those allegations and said that, yes, it is true. The national security called him, and later, no, the BNI called him. The BNI or the NIB called him, and then later the national security also invited him, and he was bailed.
The NIB, that is the previously BNI, came here last week Thursday, and they invited me to come on Monday by 10 a.m. that the Director General wanted to see me and have interaction with me. I went there on Monday 10 a.m. Then before then, I also had a call from National Security for invitation also to come on Monday by 2 p.m. I went there on Monday with I went to see the NIB. I sat with them, and questions were put to me, and I clarified them, what I just told you about the land. And I put my statement, and I also went there with Nigeria consulates, because Nigeria as a nation are concerned in this fake news going around, because Nigeria High Commissioner knows me, knows the Igbo community, and what we are doing as regards to promotion of our culture and tradition. Then we moved to national security by invitation, and they also had their interaction with me, questions and answers with me, and several hours were spent there with them, and bail was given to me.
So finally, he apologized to the president of Ghana and the Ghanaians, and he thanked Ghanaians for accepting him. So guys, finally, that is the end of the press conference of the Igbo King. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video, and leave your comment under the comment section. And in the community, join the community, be regular there. Just turn on the notification bell so that every video and every update I put there, you can see it firsthand before I even bring in a video. My name is Kweku Africa. It's a wrap for today.